Hey everybody, Craig McKee here, and I'm with Lisa Casas, a social worker with Empower College Prep. Thank you so much for joining me here. Unfortunately, we are under the presence of the DCS state of failure coverage that we have ongoing here. We talk about 10-year-old Rebekah Baptiste. You knew Rebekah.
Mhm.
You worked through this case with her. What were some of those initial reports to you? What were some of the initial conversations you had, or at least what you can talk about?
Mhm.
First observations.
Um, as we've reported in the past, like it was almost immediately as we became familiar with them in our department that we started seeing different signs, not just with Rebekah, but with her brothers as well. And the teachers who see her on a daily basis were pretty vocal, very involved, making sure that they were her voice to let us know that things were just not right. And so we were in constant communication with the teachers, trying to make the reports whenever we would see any changes or anything that we were concerned about. And I would say it was almost immediately as we started working with her.
And for those who are watching this right now, that reporting process. So if a teacher has a suspicion about something, they
Mm-hmm.
notice something, whether it's a behavioral change or physical characteristics
Mm-hmm.
on a student, do they report it themselves or do they come to you and then your office handles it?
So we have a protocol at our school. It's a
Mhm.
little sheet that they kind of work off of, and it's based on the DCS, like questions that need to be asked, right? Like,
Sure.
what are they seeing? When did it happen? Things like that. So the teachers will usually report on their own if they feel comfortable. Some of them will come to us and staff a situation with us. And in this case, I think the first ever was staffed with us because of the recanting and them taking back, what they had reported. So that's usually the process. And then they document it. Sometimes we call with them if they don't feel comfortable.
Mhm.
Um,
Because you're able to ask some of those questions that maybe the teachers aren't either capable of, don't feel comfortable
mhm.
asking. You can kind of press the students to say, "Hey, how did this happen?"
Yeah. Yeah. So guide them with the conversation. If the questions weren't asked, then we can go directly with the student and have that conversation with them. Like, hey, we noticed that you have, a mark on your arm. What happened there? Can you
Right.
tell me what happened? When did it happen? Things like that. So those are typically the questions that the teachers will ask in class. And then if it happened one too many times, then it's a little concerning. In this situation, I remember the first ever call was staffed with me because they took back what they had reported.
And what was that initial call? What was the initial appearance, or what was noticed?
Markings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't go into detail, but
Sure.
there were
Yeah.
markings and the
And
story
markings,
changed.
I guess that can be kind of for the teachers, not only at your school but any school, teachers or social workers. You look at that, and that could be, hey, the kid was riding their bike, they fell.
Mm-hmm.
We know, having raised children, bumps and bruises happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there's a consistency issue that you guys are trained. Kind of talk about that training and what you're looking at, how you're able to determine,
Mm-hmm.
all right, this isn't just a I fell off my bike
Mm-hmm.
situation. This is a more serious issue.
I think some children straight up will be like, "Hey, I was in trouble and this happened." Other children will be, telling a story like, "I was walking down the stairs and I tripped and I hurt myself." It really just depends, but we are trained to try to see if the story matches with what the injury is. Sometimes it doesn't match, and then we ask further questions like, "So then, when that happened, where did you go? What did you do? Who was present? All that." And then if the teacher doesn't feel comfortable, they will staff it with us, and then we determine whether it's something that's reportable or not.
During Rebecca's case and the multiple times and the multiple reports that you present, and you feel like, I guess, when you're making those multiple reports, when you get to three, four, or five, are you thinking the cavalry is coming, or are you at that point thinking no one's listening?
Honestly, it's really hard. It's really hard to say. In this situation, I think by like maybe the third or fourth call, I started noticing the teacher's frustration and just their you feel helpless, right? At that point, like what else can you do
Right.
but keep reporting? And so we kept doing that. Whatever we would see inconsistencies, things that we felt were not matching, right? Things like that, we would report to the department. It feels very helpless.
And
you want to see change.
you see someone like Rebekah come back to school the next day, and you know what you've reported.
Mm-hmm.
You know what she is likely going through.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like you can grab her and throw her in your car and drive her to safety.
Right. And just seeing that, I think school was her safe space. You can tell 100% every time she would walk on campus, the smile on her face, like the love that she had for her teachers and her friends. Just seeing that safe space for her and not being able to keep her in a safe space was really frustrating.
Obviously, you have an entire team. Natalina, having worked within DCS as well and having some of that insight, what was that discussion? What kind of built within your group, what you can talk about within the school office there in your department to say, I'm sure most of you guys were puzzled of why isn't something happening here?
I think those were our conversations towards the end of last school year. Like, why isn't anything happening? Again, we can only report and we can give as much detail as possible.
Yeah.
You said that you read through the form, kind of the information that we report.
Right.
And I would say we were pretty detailed.
Yeah.
And some of them were just taken as information only. It just really frustrating to not be able to get through to somebody in charge of all of the reports that were made to be like, hey, there's a pattern here. Like, what's going on? Can you look into it?
Why isn't
through
somebody
this angle?
connecting all these dots together to say there's a bigger picture here? This isn't one or two, times or a child just throwing a tantrum.
Right.
This is a child calling out for help. And then you're making the call to say this child's calling out for help.
Right.
But still nothing's happening. When you look at change, obviously within Empower College Prep, you guys can make changes, and you already have.
Right.
So now when a child comes in and you fill out that document you're talking about for all the details, you guys have actually implemented now a photograph component of this to make sure you're documenting that bruise that could go away by the time DCS responds,
Right.
that you have that extra physical documentation. Kind of talk about why you wanted to do that, why that was important.
I think we don't know the response time, right? If they're coming a week later, even if it's like if it happened on a Friday and they're not able to come out to the school until Monday, 3 days can make a big difference. And so as children, they heal pretty quickly. And if there's something extra that we can do to support the department, then I think that, those are the steps that we're trying to take on our end to support them and be able to help with these cases to avoid anything like this ever again.
I mean, clearly there is a disconnect, and whatever that is, where when you talk about this this group getting together, the stakeholders, gathering together to talk about the process at DCS, and when those calls come in, who gets that call? Where does it go after that? Clearly, all eyes are on this process now. To your point, there's clearly a disconnect. Where that disconnect is in the system, that's a whole nother component. What do you hope comes out of this tragic loss of Rebekah Baptiste and the two other children? What do you hope comes out of this?
I just hope that there's a connection between every single adult who interacts with children, right? Whether it's from the school, us directly as teachers or social workers on campus, to be able to speak directly to somebody who's making those decisions at DCS, right? If it's the police department, whatever departments are involved in supporting a child, if there's other agencies and there's concerns, for all of that to be connected and everybody to be able to come together and share like what the concern is, where we can support this family, whether it's giving them resources, right? Or being able to provide, I don't know, financial supports, whatever it is that the family needs. But for every single agency that's involved with them to be able to collaborate.
Right. I mean, when a police officer goes to that door in response to a call, like, neighbors calling in, they're hearing a kid scream, they think there might be child abuse or they've observed stuff. You want that officer to get out, open up their laptop, their computer system in their cars and go, well, wait a second. Maybe they can't see the full details of the report, but at least some indicators in there and say, well, I've got DCS now. I have 8 different DCS reports in here. Let's reach out to our DCS contact. Fill me in here as I'm dealing with this family right now.
What have you noticed?
Right.
Like, is there patterns, things like that, especially like the police department and DCS, right? That they have a little bit more ability to find this information. to be able to make those links and connect the dots and then move forward with like what decision needs to be made in order to support the child.
And clearly a closer look at some of the processes behind the scenes, because maybe these are antiquated, guidelines that they're using at DCS. We don't know. We're looking at, our investigators are closely, monitoring it and digging into what they can. Maybe these are policies that have been around for 20 years, and it's time somebody comes in and says, all right, we need to redo everything for the safety of these children.
Well, even technology is changing, right? So
Right.
like different systems that we're using, if a system needs to be created in order to link everything, I'm not a technological person, but if we need to create that system in order to make those connections, then that's where we need to work, right? And to be able to connect those dots so that we don't miss this ever again.
Obviously, you guys are empowered right now to work toward these changes. It's something that's very near and dear to you. You watched Rebekah's journey. When you heard that she had passed, what was that initial reaction, if I may ask?
It was very hurtful. Definitely lots of emotions, sadness, frustration, anger that she went through what she went through,
And the system failed her.
and the system failed her. Definitely not something that I ever imagined I would have to hear.
Because as a social worker, your goal is to have the best outcome for that child.
Right. Which is what we tried, and unfortunately it didn't work.
So then what would you say to folks out there who watch this? How do you empower them? Say, listen, you didn't know Rebekah. Maybe you don't even have children. Maybe your children are grown and now you're an empty nester. How do you convey the message to people out there to say something needs to be done? And it's the power of the people to knock on the door and raise the alarm. How do you convince them to say, you gotta help in this too?
Yeah, I feel like that's such a difficult thing to do, right? To encourage in such a tragic moment. At the end of the day, we are the voice for children, especially children that are vulnerable, right? So continue to support, continue to be that voice, continue to advocate, to do everything that you know is in, your knowledge, anything that you know can support a child, to continue to do that. At the end of the day, we as a school tried our best. We gave everything that we possibly could to support Rebekah and her family. And I would do everything the same way that I did it, to be able to help her.
And for people out there not willing, or maybe they've been fearful to stand up for a child in their community, their neighborhood, maybe it's a classmate of one of their kids,
Right.
Who's come over for snacks, after soccer practice or something. What do you say to those parents maybe out there that have seen something?
Yeah. I do think there's a fear, especially in low income communities, to call DCS or to call the police department and make a report. I would say if you see something, say something. And I feel like it's a common phrase to say. At the end of the day, a lot of these reports can be made anonymous. It's not going to be linked back to you. The family is not going to come and get you, right? You saw something, it didn't look well. It looked like this child needed some support. Report it.
Right.
Call somebody that can do something about it. So maybe just continue to call the different agencies that can support DCS or PD.
Because some of those first conversations you have, that it's like pulling a string, I guess, and you start pulling it and pulling it. Next thing you know, whoa, wait a second. We actually have a bigger issue. There might be other times you pull on the string and the string stops and there's nothing there. But in Rebekah's case, that the string was long. And now you're looking that hopefully 6 months from now, you're not back here having another discussion about
Right.
another kid.
Right. And we're only one of the strings. There was other agencies, other people who saw and noticed things. So just, again, being able to, even if you're in the community, if you're working with a child as an outside agency, to report and have as many people report when you're seeing something that obviously does not look right, to continue to do so.
Yeah, I think there's a fear in our communities that sometimes that whole retaliation factor, that if I report somebody and now my name's attached to a police report, now that family may come back after me for doing it because, now granted, if you're doing these types of things to children, I come after me. I
Right.
dare you, if I report you, come after me
Right.
because, the bottom line is this shouldn't be happening in our community. We do need to take a stand, I think, for our community members for sure.
Right.
And I appreciate you and other social workers out there that are doing what they can to protect our children.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. We appreciate you giving us the space to talk.
Absolutely. Lisa Casas, Empower College Prep social worker. She and her entire team have been here at ABC 15 talking to us, sharing this journey. And it's something that we, of course, are going to continue to cover. You can get all those details on ABC 15. Lisa, thank you.
Thank you.